Justin Vautier, CEO of Calyx CPA. I want to talk to you about Form 8300. It's another pesky form that I wanted to make sure those people who need to be filing that form are. 8300 is for people who are receiving cash payments and need to be getting their vendors or their customers' information in order to file. It's really important for the cannabis industry as they are heavily scrutinized by the federal authorities. There have been a lot of cases. The IRS kind of throws that in as a failure to comply when auditing, or if there's tax court cases or those kinds of things, they look for this 8300 forms. And if you haven't filed those, then they can add additional penalties. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Share my screen real quick. So the 8300 form, again, it may not be new to you, but if it is, this is my way of making sure that people are aware of this form. And so this is something that is filed by the entity that is receiving the cash. You can do a simple Google search for Form 8300 and you can look it up. I like this one. I found this one on the FinCEN website, which is kind of the federal agency, it's like a financial crimes agency to kind of track cash. And before the cannabis industry started becoming legal, it was like maybe useful in terms of collecting information and watching for large cash transactions. But now they're probably getting so many, it's like probably a bunch of useless information except for to just penalize people. But this one I found at FinCEN.gov. So if you Google Form 8300 FinCEN.gov, you might find this one. And you could use this for a reference. And in a way, it's kind of nice because it tells you exactly the information that you need to get. And they want a lot of information. They want the information from who the cash was received, the actual individual, the representative, the person who is providing that cash. They want the business information for the company that was paying the cash, and of course they want the information of the company that received the cash. So there's a lot of information that's required to be passed back and forth. Now, something that I had said in years past, which I'm kind of feeling, I got a little schooled by one of my clients because a while back I was saying that companies that have received accumulated cash payments of over 10,000 by any one customer would need to be would need to complete, you'd need to complete one of these on that client or that customer's behalf. Sorry, I get it all confused. But it's only 10,000 in one single transaction. So if you're selling a good and you receive less than 10,000 for a package of good, then you don't need to file an 8300, which is good news. But if it's you're receiving installment of payments for one transaction and it's over 10,000, you would need to file one of these. Again, it's kind of one of those miscellaneous things that we need to do. Chances are you're not going to be impacted if you don't do it, but if you want to be safe, the truth of the matter is that people are being penalized for not having these. And so it's something that you may want to implement in your policies in order to get them completed. As far as filing them goes, you're supposed to file them very quickly, like within 45 days or something like that of the time that you receive the money, or that one transaction reaches you've received over $10,000 of cash for any one transaction, you're supposed to file them quickly. I would say if you want to go back retroactively and hit up your biggest customers for their information to complete the 8,300 and file them now. I haven't seen anybody get have any issues in regard to like late filing or anything like that yet. It doesn't mean it won't happen, but I would just say getting them in or getting prepared to start getting them in is what you should at least do. You can also set up an account with this company. It's the FinCEN agency. I'm not sure what BSA is, but this is where you can register in order to e-file 8,300. So and then all the information is there. So if you get repeat business from one customer, you have all the information. You could just easily go and file these. So that's really all I have for that. Again, it's just a recommendation. I just want to spread awareness that this is a compliance requirement. I don't honestly know how effective it is for the government to be collecting this information, but it is something that they can hold against you and penalize you if you don't do that. So again, that's transactions. For any single transaction you're receiving over $10,000 in cash, you need to collect the information to complete the 8,300. You need the information that you from the person who delivered the money, and the company's information and your information in order to complete that transaction, that form. And you can mail that in, or you can register with the BSA as an e-filer. That's all I have. I hope that's helpful. Feel free to give our office a call with questions. Calyx CPA. Okay, bye-bye.